Welcome to the workshop. I'm just cutting up some timber to make a seed bench. Back at the farm, it's the 20th of April. We've just had a few days of very hot weather. It's still pretty warm today. It must be between 25 and 30. So to start off with, because I haven't been able to be here recently, a lot of the daffodils and tulips have flowered. They will be okay for display, but we can't really sell them as they've already opened. But there are still some that haven't opened yet. They look really nice. It gives me an idea of the varieties. This is the mustard, which has bolted. Some of these lettuces are looking really good. We'll be able to get some head lettuces from those. That is the Arctic King. The winter density that was under plastic is okay, but the others haven't survived. The giant red mustard is looking okay. The winter purslane has bolted. The spinach is looking pretty good. Might be able to still harvest some of that. The Mizuna has bolted, and a lot of that died in the cold weather, and now the bed's getting covered in chickweed. The Komatsuna has bolted, so I won't be able to pick that. The rocket over here will be alright once I clean out the chickweed. Can't remember what was in here, need to check that. I think it was Mizuna, which didn't survive. In here there are some spring onions and some overwintering onions, so I might be able to pick them. And cabbages are looking okay, and some of this salad is alright. The garlic, some of that is slightly yellowing leaves, but should be okay. Some of this Russian kale also has quite yellow leaves, but that may clear up in the warmer weather. Plastic, which has been covered in water for a couple of months, that has all evaporated off pretty quickly now it's got warm, so I may be able to peel that plastic back. Didn't really want to do it when it was covered in water. These cabbages look okay, although they're not really heading up yet, so hopefully they will soon. But I need to get in there and hoe and pull out some of the couch grass that's still there. I haven't been able to do it up to now because I was working on the polytunnel, which you can see over there, looking good, and also because it was too wet. So hoeing is a bit pointless when it's wet, because the hoed weeds can just regrow if you leave them on the soil. So I've harvested some flowers. Quite a lot have gone into the shop as open flowers for the tables, and some have gone in as small bouquets for the shop. I'm now going to weed this bed of Arctic King, so I'm doing a before and after. It's mostly chickweed in here, a few thistles and some poppies. So here's the finished bed for C after weeding out the couch grass and hoeing with the collinear hoe, and then the paths with the wolf, not sure, can't remember what you call that hoe. Good evening. Cheers. It's the end of the day. It's 20 past 8 and there's been a beautiful sunset and there's a few days old moon. It's just been so nice being outside on the farm in the hot weather, but the temperatures are set to drop in a few days with some rain. But it's just nice to be outside without having to wear many layers and having the cold wind, and being able to sit outside in the sun and being able to hoe, and for that all to be much easier. So yeah, it's been a great day. Looking forward to continued warm weather and being able to make some progress. I am going to try and hoe and weed as many of these beds as possible in the next 2 days, and then I may experiment with using the flail mower on the beds where things have gone to seed and I can't get any more harvests out of them. So that would be good to try that out and possibly rotivate again in the polytunnel. It's a lovely spring day on April the 21st. Hey, it's Saturday 21st of April, middle of the day. You can see Colin is hoeing the oats in the background. Here's the oats next to the market garden that was sown a few weeks ago. It's great to hoe in this weather because as soon as you've cut the plants off with the hoe, they should dry out and die, whereas if it's raining, they can regrow. A quick scan across the market garden on the afternoon of Saturday the 21st. Sunday the 22nd of April, it's day 62 on the farm. I'm in the polytunnel now. I have been picking flowers this morning. I'll show you those in a while. So this is the polytunnel a week on from rotivating it with the BCS. In the middle here there was no cardboard. You can see it's quite dry, and then on the edge there was cardboard, and this is not bad. This is quite loose. There's signs of mould. I guess that's because it was still moist underneath the cardboard. Bit of a problem will be getting rid of this grass near the edges that I can't rotivate. So I'm going to rotivate this side, move the cardboard, rotivate the other side, and then leave it another week and see how we get on. But I want to set up a bit of a platform here so that next week I can start sowing seeds in trays in here. I'm just screwing in the last self-drive screws on the foundation poles. Whew. Hi, so I have just put all the cardboard from that side onto that side, and that side is dug, and this soil is not bad considering that was thick sward of grass a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to carry on this side. It seems to be working better to have the BCS on the lowest gear. It goes much lower but it's more thorough. So I'm doing that, and interestingly I was worried that the polytunnel would be too close to this hedge. It's quite a tall hedge. It's now midday, there's hardly any shading at all, so that's good. And I've shut the doors because although the wind is very welcome, it was blowing all the cardboard away. So I've just finished rotivating the whole of the polytunnel. So I've now covered most of the base of the polytunnel floor with card. We haven't decided yet whether we're going to bring in compost to make the beds, put over the cardboard, or whether we can just plant straight into the soil. Just doing a test on the compost at the moment to see if it's okay. It's a possibility because it's green waste and it has grass clippings from lawns and golf courses, that it might have a chemical in it which takes a long time to degrade and is very harmful for tomatoes and broad beans and a few other things. So I'm just testing that. If I can't use that, then I will take the cardboard out and plant straight into the soil. Should be okay by the time the card has been down a couple of weeks. Unless I buy some plants in, I haven't sown any seeds yet anyway, so it's not as if they're desperate to go in the ground because I haven't got them. Just trying to get some weeding done, and there's a bit of a downpour. Don't think it will last very long. I'm going to stay out to see if I can ride it out. Hi, last job of the day apart from arranging the bouquets of flowers before I go. I'm just going to try the flail mower. It's a bit of a job to get it out of the shed. It's so heavy and difficult to manoeuvre. But I don't even know if it's going to come properly, so we'll see. This is a bit of an experiment. So I'm just arranging some flower bouquets, and most of these were going to go to waste because they'd already flowered. Various friends in Norwich have said they'll take some, so I'm selling them pretty cheap. Once I get a bench, it will be a lot more efficient because I can lay them all out and arrange them much more easily, so it's a bit chaotic at the moment.